Good evening and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk. Tonight, we're back again with our City Mayor, Mayor Felipe Antonio Remollo. And since this is the start of 2021, we'll be hearing from him his year-end report for 2020. And to start it off, magandang gabi, Mayor. Magandang gabi, and welcome again back to Let's Talk with Dok Dinno.
May gabi, Dino. May gabi usap sa atong mga televiewers and Happy New Year to one and all.
Happy New Year, sir. In the last half of 2020, meaning from June to December, the number of crimes dropped to 469 incidents compared to 1,329 for the same period in 2019. We would like to hear your thoughts on these numbers. What strategies did you and the PNP adopt to keep the crimes like murder, rape, theft, carnapping, and others very low?
Well, I should congratulate our new Chief of Police, Lieutenant Colonel Mark Gifter Sucalit, no?
Yeah.
For his dynamic approach to the security of the city. What I mean is that the first thing he did was to go around the barangays, met all the officials, and so that they will gain confidence in him, and that they will cooperate with him. He direct na sila whatever problems they have sa local mga barangays, they can call him up directly. Okay, despite the limited number, or even not just the limited, but kulang kita mga able-bodied policemen, considering our population.
Correct.
We were able to strategize at some important places. Ato ni siyang postihan or giposte ng mga tao. Our newly installed, 2 years na no? Our newly installed CCTVs would be very helpful also.
Correct.
In the cooperation of our people. And it would, maybe in a way, the pandemic helped because of the directive to stay at home.
Yeah.
And, in a way, I don't know kung wala mo po na COVID tong mga criminals, but I think they were also afraid of going out.
Yeah.
And dawat na sila tingali mga libreng bugas sa syudad. No? I don't know if there's a causal relation to that, but in effect, our mga checkpoints, which we installed and funded for the past, even up to December, even up to now, no? Kapantag mga checkpoints, ipakaon ang atong mga police, ang atong volunteers, mga traffic, atong mga special enforcement units, the hazard, discipline zone, okay, and all the volunteers, they cooperated to keep our city safe. Okay, so dako kayo. I don't know where some people get their figures, but muna figure gikan sa atong official figures gikan sa atong Chief of Police, di ba? Dako kayo dive ang crime incidents sa atong syudad.
That's right, sir. Now, sa City Treasurer, she reports that in 2020, a total of 10,195 business establishments operated in the city, plus 2,300 motor cabs for hire. Do you expect these numbers to increase in 2021 when the COVID-19 pandemic is expected to subside, sir?
Well, 2021 will be a year of recovery, although there are, a few closed down.
Correct.
There will be many that would come in because of the situation at sa pandemic. Many of those operating in Metro Manila and elsewhere have downsized their operations or have even closed their operations in these urban cities or highly urbanized cities and transferred to Dumaguete. There will be more hotels that will be coming in, even call centers that will be coming in. And kung gi-allow na ng tourist, mas daghang tourist to 2021.
Correct.
Of course, compared to 2020. But dramatically because we are, Dumaguete has changed dramatically also
That's right.
in terms of physical and changes. There are more hotels now, more accommodation. Okay, we are now more prepared sa mga turista, especially kung naana siya yung vaccine.
Yes.
The free flow and of tourists coming in and out of Dumaguete.
That's right. Sir, yung Dumaguete City was again, I mean, aside from other awards that you received this year, the Dumaguete City was recently recognized as the third most competitive city in the entire Visayas by the National Competitiveness Council of the Philippines, based on cities and municipalities competitiveness index for 2020 rankings with the Department of Trade and Industry. Your thoughts on this recognition, sir?
Well, it's not a surprise to me because in 2018 we also received a national award for competitiveness on one aspect. And this, I think, kaning 4 aspects kita karon sa region. And together with, I think, Tagbilaran and Ormoc City. So kita, it's an honor, no? Despite the pandemic and all our focus is really on the prevention or the stopping of the spread of the virus. Despite of that, we were recognized by DTI for being competitive. And I congratulate our business sector also in that respect.
Now, the City Council approved before the end of December the 900 million annual budget for 2021. Why is this slightly lower than in 2020, which was 925 million, sir?
Well, we expect that the 2020 business operations will go down. Therefore, our collection of taxes will also go down in 2021. But we just, as again I said, we are operating on a conservatively, no? Okay, but there will be also revenue generating activities or sources that are now available to us, which were not available in 2020 or even before, like because of for every cubic meter of water now that would be extracted from our resources underground tubing, no? The city for the first time will get a share from the service provider, which is a joint venture between DCWD, Dumaguete Water District, and Metro Pacific Water Incorporated.
Okay.
We expect at least 9 million for 2021, and with more people and more industries, consuming water, our share will also increase. Another dramatic event that happened is that the city is now in full control and in 100% owner of our septage, which we used to own 50-50 with the water district. So we solo na to ang income sa water district sa septage na to.
Okay.
That will be another revenue generating, and hopefully with the donated Dumaguete Tower, that can be operated as another revenue generating stream. No, we will be intend to construct parking buildings in Dumaguete, which would be revenue generating, and a new satellite market, which would be managed not on a loss, this one revenue generating, and many other revenue generating activities or enterprise that the city would be investing in or undertaking para lang dili ta magsalig na sa atong ira or sa situation sa businesses, sa income sa businesses sa Dumaguete.
Okay.
No? So that the 900 might even be an understatement or an undervaluation of what our capability would be, for this year.
Sir, we notice a sustained and enhanced cooperation between the PNP, City Health, and other law enforcement agencies in the imposition of curfew and use of face masks. How do you balance these stringent measures to stop and spread of the virus and the need to reopen our local economy?
Well, now that because of the sudden spurt of the cases now from November to December, the IATF mismo, it's an interagency body that has volunteered to supervise with the police, then supervise and check the violations and the enforcement of the protocols, especially the curfew, especially the restaurants or establishments that are serving food and serving drinks, and the observance of social distancing in these areas. Okay, muna siya. Okay, social distancing kay mo, especially pag enclosed area, and the number of allowed people inside would exceed the number allowed by protocol. Then we put up a warning and take note. I mean, make the establishment responsible for any violation, so to speak.
Now, sir, can you tell our viewers of your plan? I mean, you initially talk about it, but maybe you can exhaust on it further to allocate the 30 million for COVID-19 vaccines, and what are the criteria, if any, for one to avail of the vaccine?
Adunay kasunduan, it's an agreement between the member cities of the LCP, League of Cities of the Philippines.
Okay.
We are 145 cities to pool our resources and indicate our capacity to buy. And in other words, in terms of money, pila gyud ang i-order nimo, minimum or maximum. Now, we are coordinating with the national government. Kaya ang national government may mo front, may mo palit o mo pili sa maybe list of 10 products or vaccines. Ang national government through the Department of Health and IATF national will be the final arbiter or the final judge which which vaccine to avail of or to patronize. Now, allow with that, tagaan sa League of Cities ang national government kung pila ang paliton sa kada city. So that, I think this is also true with the League of Provinces. So that, may balo ang national government kung pila na lang, if it has still money, I know it has the money, pila ilang i-subsidize.
Yes.
So kada atong 30 million na akong gitanaw, akong na reserve, gipa-reserve na ko sa budget. Of course, subject pa ni sa approval sa council. that would only be the minimum
Wow.
because napa na counterpart sa national. And I was made to understand during our meeting with the provincial IATF
Yeah.
that the province will also support every component LGU. Na po siya counterpart. I don't know kung 1:1 ba or whatever it can give. So madungagan ni siya. Now that's it. We are ready for it because muna na atong the final the final solution to what we have been doing. Di na ta mag-quarantine kung naanak kayo, for example, you are already vaccinated, mangayon na lang tao. We will be issuing certificates so that you are free to go around the city to ride the plane, ride the boat, without a mayor's acceptance kung naanak ka.
Correct.
Now, I will be creating a task force vaccine to lay down the protocols on how to avail of the vaccine
Okay.
and to plan on the strategy on the distribution on how para dili mag-ilog ang mga tao, okay? O kinsay i-prioritize based on the guideline of the national government and our own protocols. Para nako, unahon tong mga frontliners, mga government officials na nasa frontline, of course, the military, including the barangay tanods, including, and then the senior citizens and the rest. Ang akong makita nga at least kada pamilya na duha ang ma-vaccinated ayon.
Okay.
Normally, the head of the family.
Correct.
Ito mga gagmayng bata, pwede naman na inon nilang ayaw sa mo pangguwa, tigil mo ma-COVID.
That's right.
Working maning duha.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Correct.
Mother, father, for example. And if duha, because kung naa siya, dili na ni siya matakdan og COVID, kining duha in the family. So one can, if there's COVID in the family, one can stay and take care of those affected. The other can work and go in and out. Di ba? So, protected ang kada pamilya in the meantime.
Yeah.
Pero tanaw po na ko nga, di man siya compulsory, kaya naman po yung uban nga are still hesitant up to now
That's right, sir.
on the idea of vaccination. Okay, of course, vaccination means injecting virus into your body actually to be immune. Di pa naganahan ng uban. Kaya mo yung mga incidents ba, like in the US, na reported, nanay duha ka doktor nga na namatay because of certain reaction lang. No? Very rare na siya. Nabasig na siya allergic tong kuhan sa iyang vaccine. But that's not, malas na yung kag may tabo na nimo. No? That's why tungkol sa mga incidents ngayon daghang kayong natinga kung pa di pa ready. Di pa ready. So you don't have to buy for everybody. Kaya naiuban ko no, kung ma-injectionan ka, kung bayot ka, matumboy mo ka, and vice versa. So, mahadlok ko ni sila. Okay?
Okay. So, sir, the time that we are waiting for the vaccine to be procured, what is your advice to the members of the public, sir?
Well, that's correct. That's a good question because I really intend to make an appeal to everyone. Pugong na lang ta, no? Ayaw pagsalig nga nanay vaccine, magpasaya-saya na lang ka, di na lang ka mo wear sa mask, di na ka mo social distance, di na ka mo hugas. The more that you will, no? Mas karon pa nimo kay mura na magkuan ba ni gitawag og kitong 400-meter run sa oval. Last 100 meters na ka. So hapit na ka mo atos finish line. Finish line mao ang vaccine. Muna na finish line na to. So kinanglan mo kanang katapusang utong na to. Utong na lang kita. Give your best to discipline yourself. para gyud nga di ka matakdan kay sayang nga nanay vaccine unya maunhan ka sa contamination. Okay? Sa dili pa wala pa ka na contaminate, kinala maunhan ka sa vaccine. That's the key. Okay? Kay di mi ganahan nga mawala bag yung mutan academic na. Naigo na ka sa vaccine unsay mahitabo, God forbid na fatality na ka unya usa pa nang dili nakatabang ang vaccine. So the more that you will be careful or you should be more careful with your family inside the home to observe the 3 protocols, especially inside your houses. Kana mangaon mo, di mo mag-share og tawag na kubiertos o mga spoon and fork na kay sige og spare nga kuan serving spoon, di mo mag-share og baso, kana na kay mo na magtaknanay. This is the time na you should not trust even your wife or husband when it comes to the sharing of food. Kay wata kabalo nga without even knowing it, pagwa sa imong husband, imong wife, nasa office mate. Ako siya ang office mate kun wa po kabalo nga natakda na di siya sa iya pong silingan. So that is just how we should do it. No? Kaya na to ni, no? Ito pa pong igo sa nakakontaminate, dala na po ito dinangag, no? O dinangag o just wala na gud si huna-huna nga mag-careful day ka. Daga kayo na igong mga doktor. Okay? Kana overconfidence na po na. Okay? Dagang na igong mga military, mga police. Kanapod because of their work. Okay? Ibang mga officials sa gobyerno. Kay tungod sa trabaho, usahay di naman nimo halog nimo, dool nimo, o fist bump, o lamano, o ka makalimot ra po ka. Bas hugas na yun. Don't rub your eyes. Hugas na yun. And stay outdoors. Ayaw kayo sulod o kaning air-conditioned rooms.
Yeah.
Okay? Kung nakasakinan, mas maayo, walay aircon. Okay? So muna yung mga tips na to. Hapit na. With more reason nga, maging careful kita, kini atong paliton nga vaccines, libre ni. Sayang ba nga, dili ni mo magamit niya. Sa man nato ng vaccine nga mapalitong usika na to na. Di mo po nato na ma-injection sa atong mga animals. Mahot kung ano ba, maunhan ta sa COVID, basig sobra na ng atong vaccine sa mga tao, kaya nga hurot na, God forbid. Okay?
Yung Dumaguete City was recognized as the sports tourism organizer in 2017, 18, and 2019. And you personally were awarded the Sports Personality of the Year for public sector for 2019. Obviously, due to the lockdowns and due to this pandemic, there were virtually no sporting events in 2020. But what is in store for us in 2021, sir?
Well, I'm still hoping na padayon ditong ASEAN Schools Games.
Yes, sir.
And maybe by March, sugod na ito organize. Kay by that time, hopefully na may vaccine available for the city. And I would assume na itong mga ASEAN member countries, 11 na nakabuo, naanapod sila sa ilang respective countries of vaccine. That will not be a problem. Okay? So as the designated host for this year, we ought to prepare for that, no? And even in Manila, in Clark, when I was there to receive the awards because awarded for the city as best sports organizer for the past 3 years, no? Daghan na kayong mga events organizers, mga organizers sa marathon, triathlon, even itong the Ironman, even mga dragon boat, unsa pa diyang bicycle race, na gusto, beach volleyball, gusto na po nila nga mo Duaos Dumaguete to hold their sporting events. Okay? Not in the next 3 months, but maybe after, anticipate na. And locally, mag-organize yun tag mga sporting events.
Correct.
Kay panikad na ning atong youth, nga sobra ng energy. Ato ning, especially kanang atong beach courts nga ato pa nang gibutangag more soil o kaning more sand.
Yeah.
Para magamit na yun natin. Dapat man na, that can accommodate 3 volleyball courts plus a frisbee court and beach soccer. Muna, magdunga na siya, magamit na to na. Okay? So, more sporting events locally, inter-barangay or inter-LGU. And there will be national and even international events for 2021. We'll be more aggressive in the year of the ox, metal ox.
That's right.
Ox na ox kayo. Okay?
Now, sir, are you optimistic that the RLEC's gasification process that can turn solid waste into useful byproducts be operational within the year?
Yes. Pag ang kulang na lang is to award this, na may bidding to award, post-qualify naman ang bidder, and then in 3 months, hopefully, ma-install na ning machine and it can already start working.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So,
I'm waiting for that, sir. How are we managing the soon-to-be closed dump site so that the waste, especially during the holidays that were accumulated?
Atong na atol po to, nag-bag down ang atong equipo, nagrenta kita karon. I'll be buying more equipment, heavy equipment, but in the meantime, for the next 3 months, mag-rental tag equipment and atong designated nga di gyud mo hawa tuwa gyud dito sa open dump site.
Okay.
At the same time, we found out that a number of private businesses, individuals, and some LGUs mag-dump dahil sa atong dump site. Sa gabi na, after 10, inyo na. So karon ako nang i-meeting ang ENRO, including the police, to put mga checkpoints now and perhaps close the road leading to the dump site after 10 o'clock. Tungod kay curfew, dili na curfew na, tungod kay to prevent nga mag-dump sila dito. Gawas pa nga makawatan ta o kulangan ta sa revenues, kay magbayad, magunta na sila. Dili na proper to dump beyond 10 o'clock, kay wala na ikatrabaho ng mga equipo to push the garbage. Kay musahay, di man na sila musaka dito sa garbage dump at man nila ibilin sa dalan. Kita yung maigo pagkabuntag, naas dalan din ang mga garbage. Okay. Dili na gihimo sa atong mga tao. Gihimo na sa mga privado or even some other LGUs perhaps nga gahimo niya na sa ato.
Now, yung barangay captains natin, sir, have requested to install more CCTV cameras in their communities. Will this be a project solely funded by the city government, or do we plan to ask the barangays for counterpart fund, making it a joint project?
Well, karon ang barangay wala kay pondo. So we just have to find ways. Kung other aspects na sila mo put their funds, okay, other than CCTVs.
Okay. Now, there was a plan to adopt the traffic light system in our major routes at this point. Is this urgent or can this wait, sir?
Well, we are not only exploring that, but we have we are now talking with the ICT and the national government. Kay nangayo po sila og plan nato on where exactly to put our traffic lights. No? In fact, well, talagaan pa nato din sila, no? I committed to give them this January.
Yes.
Okay? I don't know for what purpose. Definitely, para maybe mag-install sila o mga cables, no? But we have already embedded mga micro, mga cables na to, no? Fiber optic cables
Yes.
because of the installation of our CCTVs. Na ano tadiya, pwede po nang gamiton sa traffic lights and even yung kanatong mga solar kanang mga lights na to, kanang street lights. Rather no, it's not street lights but kining internet connections kanatong fiber optic cables.
Sir, what are other infrastructure projects that are in the offing for implementation this 2021?
Well, we plan and I mean, we have already bid it out ang road network leading to our new satellite market sa Buong Pandan. We're expecting that to be done in January this year. Ang bidding and award. Humana, sugod na siya. Dali raman na siya, no? That's already funded. Okay. Now, and the building of houses for the sendong victims.
Yes.
Naman na, ready naman ang atong yuta o kanang lugar, develop naman. Ano itong gihimo ron. Nangayo po kong pondo sa national housing kanang DSUD, Department of Socialized Housing. Para kitong mga naasa mga informal settlers matagaan po og yuta o dili kay matagaan makonstrukan o sa Tagalog matayuan og balay.
Yes.
Balay, no? Yeah. And then not necessarily nga ihatag nila.
Yeah.
Or ilang paliton. Pwede nilang abangan.
Yeah.
Okay? So muna siya atong himuon karon kay I'd like to avail of the required funding or assistance sa mga real estate developers sa atong syudad for socialized housing. Muna wala kayo na to na avail of or na utilize. Mito na to na para matabangan na po na to ang atong mga informal settlers. O ipadayon na to ang atong shoreline protection diya sa Tinago. Ato na lang sugdan para di na mo usog yun ang mga mo naman ay badly hit basta abot na gali naghabagat January, February, even December, especially mag-ulan, magbagyo, yun, apektado yun ang mga residente sa mga shoreline o mga seashores, mga coastal areas, especially kanang Tinago. Kaya ang Tagalog, naprotektaan naman sa port, reclamation support. Kini na po atong kuanon ang atong tagagpagtagad. Okay. And maybe some of the houses there atong on-site development mangita po partners para matuman ni siya.
Okay. Now you made mention earlier, sir, that the Negros Oriental IATF recently met. No? May you share some of the things brought up and agreed by its members and by the mayors in attendance?
Well, there were requests na approve, let's say, additional flights sa mga airlines, PAL and Sea Pacific. I was anticipating also that itong AirAsia will start operating here. Okay, ang kuan nila gagama naman by January 14 or the third week of January. Na aprubahan na po or gi-endorse sa provincial IATF katong request sa Darwin government. i-revive ang diving tourism. Okay, na-aprobahan na with provided nga may protocols.
Correct.
Na-aprobahan na po itong request sa Ceres to start to start operating from Cebu, Paingon Diri, Dumaguete, Negros, and from Occidental to Oriental. Of course, amo pong emphasize nga, you follow the same protocol as the airlines are following, and even the shipping lines. So, muna yung mga major changes or developments. And then, reduce na po ang quarantine period to 5.
Wow. Okay.
To 5 days, and then provided nga RT-PCR test sila, swab test, diri sa atong provincial hospital. Okay? And then, kung kaduha na sila makuhan, may second swab na negative, out na sila sa quarantine.
Okay. Mayor, it's really a thorough year-end report and things that we're looking forward to for 2021. Maybe, Mayor, your final thoughts and message for the year which was 2020, and the things to look forward to for 2021 for the city and its constituents, sir.
Well, 2021 was not at all a year of sadness for me. Despite the pandemic, it's also a year that we learn a lot from. Okay, it's a year that made us think about the importance of nature, importance of walking, importance of family, friends, exercise, health. It made us normally in normal times, mura nakalimtan na nato na itong mga values. Okay? So that's also a way of reminding us that the importance of these things, the values, especially kalikupan, ang atong nature. And we say goodbye to 2020, although it just passed by like a thief in the night. Dali na kayo. Wala kayo tayo activities. But we survived. And we managed the COVID situation with flying colors. We can be proud of that. And to the point na we are now in 100 meters away from the vaccine.
Correct.
And we still have money to avail of this, to spend for these vaccines. So let's not be, and we have done things that we never thought of even doing it, or doing them, like kung wala pa ning COVID, wala pa tingani tayo naka-cut-on o gamit o helmet.
Correct.
Karon, diba? We were able to do that.
Yeah.
And number coding sa mga tricycle, we couldn't have been able to do that. Kitong mga vendors, balot vendors, tempura vendors nandito sa The Prince Dalan, dito sa Siliman.
Yes.
At bang sa Pantawan, Pantawan 1, Dumaguete me. Dangerous man na. Ato napabalhin diri sa Pika side. Pati ang mga masahista atong na-consolidate, wala na ikamasahi elsewhere. Naara diri sa Pantawan. So many things that people are now starting to bike, na-revive ang biking. So, instead of riding your motorcycles, mag-emit of carbon dioxide, bisikleta, healthy pa, good for the environment, dili pa saba. Okay? People are walking, are exercising. So, it's also Good thing that, you limit your physical fights with your spouse. Layo naman mo. Kung ano ka, na-quarantine mo kung Dumaguete. Hindi mo, sino magsumbagay mo, wala, layo na.
Correct.
Hindi na, wala na kay trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, ako kay maghagok man kung matulog. Wala na. Wala na yung problema akong asawa. Di ba, mayroon na. Oh, there's peace in the family.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Although, ironically, daghang kapakasal na ko during the pandemic.
That's right, sir. Yeah.
I don't know if they can observe social distancing after the wedding night, during the wedding night. May daghan ang gikasal ako. Unsa naman ni sila? Ironically. No?
Yeah.
Mas mudaghan, that's the expected daw. There'll be increase in population
Yes.
due to this stay-home policy. Diba?
Yeah. Anyway, sir, Mayor, maraming salamat for again gracing my talk show this evening, and really quite an unprecedented year for 2020. Many infrastructures have been, it's about to be finished, and more exciting things to come 2021. And I wish you well, and I wish your administration really be able to implement all of these things that you're thinking of. And thank you again for being my guest tonight, sir.
Salamat, Dino. I'll do my best, and I hope the people realize that as government officials, we cannot do it. We cannot do the things that we're doing alone. We need your indispensable cooperation. We need your trust, but not the trust. Although I'm used to these criticisms and the being lambasted by people, but somehow you just have to trust your government officials that what we're doing will benefit the majority of our people.
Yes.
We may differ in approaches, but you will see when the things that we are doing are accomplished and they will be done in time. Okay, please just don't delay us. Okay, sayang ang taxes ninyong gibayad niyo sa pang-swindle sa gobyerno kung ma-delay ang ato mga linya mga proyekto. Okay? Happy New Year once again, Dino, and stay safe. Stay safe.
Well said, sir. Please do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please don't forget to follow us at our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram accounts, which are flashed in the screen. So that's our show for tonight. I'm Dok Dinno. Be well.